RC GUYgarage here. What's going on, everybody? You may have seen, if you're like part of the channel, if kind of like followed along, this is the trailer trash series. All it really is just me switching out things, doing a couple of things inside the trailer. Hooked up a wire. We're going to be doing live streams out here. It's just that different kind of feel. Will we eventually be back in the shop? Yes. Once the shop is completely organized and everything is, back in its place, we'll go back out there or we'll go back in there. No, I have not been kicked out of my house. Some people might think so. That's funny. The company, DRC, this company right here, sent me a couple boats. So from DRC, I actually have two boats. This one in particular is called the 2008. Now, I highly doubt that means that it came out in 2008. That's not what I'm saying. This one right here, I just want to read you something, okay? I'm reading the side panel here, okay? All right, is it? Yeah. Actually, it's not the side panel. It's the underneath panel, all right? So I'm looking at the underneath panel here, right? Maybe we can kind of both get involved here. This is a boat, right? This is a boat. You'd have to agree. This certainly does look like a boat. And right there, the wording says high-speed racing boat, right? Okay. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The ninth line down on their own box for a boat says, this product contains electronic components and must not be used in water or in a humid environment. Do they have wheels for this? Basically what this all is this is basically just talking about using, I guess, this RC boat, and I just thought it was funny. Talks about the batteries that, are needed. It does include, it looks like, it says the boat requires a 7.4 volt rechargeable battery, but it's included. The remote needs 4 pieces of AA battery, not included. Would be cool if they start including that, but, whatever. Use only the same, just things like we kind of already know. Just don't mix old and new, and especially I want to say with a boat. Listen to me here. I know what I'm talking about. Especially with a boat. Make sure the batteries you're using are either recharged, like rechargeable batteries, and they're completely topped off, or use brand new batteries. Like, really, just make sure your batteries are fully charged. It's boating 101. RC boating 101, that is. On this side of the box, obviously says 2.4, remote, gigahertz remote, DRC, ages 14 plus. I have no idea if these boats are brushed or brushless. It does say self-righting auto rollback, so apparently when the boat, I guess the way, I think I can hear my dog crying. I think that's Haley. I think Haley wants to come in here. Haley, are you trying to come in? Where are you? Come on, come up. Good girl. Huh? I guess she just wanted to be part of the trailer trash episodes. What you doing, honey? Huh? Yeah. Good girl? Yeah, you good girl. All right, where were we? Self-righting feature, and from what I understand, is because of the way the boat is weighted, it has a tendency with the style, with the design, no water is going to get in there to kind of like offset things, and that's where sometimes some of the older boats that I had would potentially have issues because they weren't shaped and designed like this particular RC boat is. When this boat rolls over, the weight, I believe, that is on the hull allows it to kind of basically flip back over and do the Traxxas self-right feature. It does have a motor cooling system. I'm actually unfamiliar with a couple of these things because when it comes to these lesser expensive toy grade boats, which I don't even know what to expect. Isn't that the crazy part? With this boat, because it's been so long, I actually have no idea what to expect out of this box. So on the side here, just DRC. Over here, it just shows the remote. Kind of looks like a Dumbo remote. It has a demo mode. I'm not sure what demo mode is, other than I actually don't know what demo mode is. It might be this. Oh, there we go. One-click demonstration. Yeah, I don't know what that means. One click, meaning it just does a figure 8. Well, anyways, you can see self-righting. They messed up. They messed up the wording, man. You guys gotta have like people that know English start proofing these boxes, man, because I tell you, that's where sometimes you guys are failing. It is funny to find all the, like, you know, wording errors. It's like, it's not like it's autocorrect. It's actually totally wrong. It's actually totally wrong. Self-writing auto, that P is supposed to be an O, obviously. Roll back, it's just a feature, obviously just rolls back. Motor cooling system, I'm really interested to find out what that means. Demonstration mode, looks like it just puts it in a figure 8 so it drives all by itself, which is that's interesting, man, that it actually will drive itself. I gotta try that feature out. It has a low battery reminder. It is waterproof. Kind of funny, on the other side it says don't put it in water. It has LEDs. I'm not sure what that means other than, oh, wait a minute, check that out. There's an LED on the side of the boat right there. I just noticed that right now. So there looks like there's an LED there and an LED there. It'd be interesting to know if this boat has 2 different color LEDs, like per side, or if it's the same. Looks like there's something there, and it looks like there's something up in the front here. So back to this side, it actually has steering trim, which is good. Speed control, which just says max. So it looks like there's a speed button, a demo button, and then steering trim buttons. You have an LED indicator, LED light. Oh, wait a minute. Power. Oh, so you can turn on and off the LEDs on the boat. Steering wheel, and then obviously forward and brake. Wait a minute. Did that just say that it has a brake? So kind of like, I don't know, air flaps on a plane, providing some type of brake? As far as I'm aware, boats don't really have brakes. The funny thing about this is, see, I'm so old school with boats that my boat was a stick transmitter. So all of my boats were stick transmitters. They weren't pistol grip at the time because that's just the way it was. I went from boats, planes, helicopter, a couple helicopters. Helicopters and me just did not work out, man. Actually, I started off with cars first. Yeah, I don't know, man. All I know is that, you know, my boats were nitro. Big difference. Big change going to electric. All right, so let's see. I have not opened this. I wanted this to kind of like be the experience of opening up this boat, like not even knowing what's in here. So it looks like it's fully encapsulated. I think I'm doing it upside down, but that's all right. It works out. So right away, it looks like we've got some kind of a manual here. It's interesting that they placed a tag over the QC thing here. I'm always interested to know why they did that. Curiosity kills the cat. I gotta figure this out. I gotta see what's going on here. What is this covering? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I want to know. It's gonna start ripping. It looks like it says scan this QC code. It looks like it says product warranty. Let's see if I can peel this up back without it ripping too much. It's raw ripping. Never mind. All right, they did a good job putting the sticker over there because you can't peel it off. Anyways, so this is the DRC Product Manual. I have no idea if there's any parts. We're gonna find out right now. DRC is usually really good with their manuals. This is a very small, you know, container or box. It looks like they do have their contact information, website. Don't bother going onto the website. You'll be disappointed. Just don't go on the website. Just look at these on Amazon or look at videos because you will be disappointed. Warning, it's got its warnings. Check regularly for damage. If the ship is out of control, please find a way to retrieve the ship while ensuring your own personal safety. That's important to actually say. Because this is water, you got to make sure you take the appropriate steps for your own self if something happened to your boat and it's stuck in water. One of the things that I would recommend is what I used to do when I was a kid is I would always have a fishing rod, and I always used an ultralight because I was able to cast my ultralights. They were by Ugly Stick. I always would cast my ultralight or bring my ultralight and put a few weights on it with a little hook. And the thing about this is it's a little bit different because there's nothing really to grab onto unless somehow it slides off the back and grabs like the propeller, or it's not even a propeller, it's called a prop. I'm pretty sure this is an external prop vehicle. External prop boat. It does come with a display rack, which is a good thing because it just allows you to put your boat in a good place and to display it. Oh yeah, there you go. It is a external prop with a rudder and everything. So right here just talks about the remote, talks about 4 batteries, talks about different ways to charge it, USB adapter, power bank, you know, computer, whatever. I don't think there's really anything in this manual that I'm gonna need to know. Oh no, it's a Molex connector. That's the thing that I hate, man. Can't stand those Molex connectors. That's that type of connector. I'd rather a Dean's connector over a Molex. See, the thing is with a Molex, it's almost like that proprietary type of deal. So a Molex is basically a balance port only way of charging these batteries. So that, it's a slight negative, but I've already got thoughts of like seeing if it's possible to change out the ESC, and yeah, I'm already thinking stuff, man, because I have no idea what this is. I don't know if this is brushed or brushless. So back on the manual, got forward operation, reverse, just basically shows you how to do that. There's no brake. You know what, I wonder, does it have a brake? Does the ESC inherently have a brake? That's funny, I didn't think about that. Turn left, turn right, you know, whatever, steering trim and all that junk. Let's see here. Speed switch. Self-driving. Press the self-driving button once and the boat will drive itself around the circle. Now that showed a figure 8. So maybe what it does is it just turns the prop, it just turns the rudder one specific way. I said prop, it turns the rudder one specific way, and then maybe it just does a circle and not necessarily a figure 8. Oh no, wait a minute, right there, it does say it. It'll drive itself in an 8 shape. Okay, that's interesting. Control of the throttle and steering can end self-driving. Okay, so it's a monetary switch. Momentary, yeah, I say monetary. This is just how my grandfather would say it. It looks like you press the button, it goes on the figure 8, and then once you operate one of the controls, it'll take it out of that. Speed switch. Press the speed switch once to change the speed of the boat. 1 beep means first gear. 2 beeps means second gear. I'm sure it's not a transmission, it's just literally in the ESC, and then it does have a light switch that turns on and off the lights. It does have a low voltage indication. It says when the ship's power is low, the lights will flash on the remote control and make a slow dripping sound. What do you mean dripping sound? I think they mean beeping sound. Drive the ship back nearby. So when the ship is about to completely run out of electricity, the remote control will be issued a I thought that said rain. A rapid dripping sound. Dripping. Why are they saying dripping? I think they mean beeping. No, why it's saying dripping. The ship should be brought ashore. Looks like it does have some type of parts. It's got the receiving board, the engine, so ESC, the motor, battery, steering servo, USB charger. It does have, look at that, it's got an outlet pipe, it's got this turning engine rod, so it's obviously just the servo rod, and a screw propeller, a link, spindle tube, a stern rudder position tubes, a hull body. So it looks like you can actually get, I mean, the parts are going to be minimal when it comes to something like this. Hull anti-collision silicone. Oh, I don't know what that is. So that's it. So it looks like overall run time is about 15 minutes. Running speed says it 20 to 25 kilometers per hour. I'm not sure what that means in miles per hour. Alexa, how many miles per hour is 25 kilometers an hour?
25 kilometers per hour is about 15.53 miles per hour.
Probably means like 12. Charging time is way too long, 150 minutes for 15 minutes worth of time. So that's why I'm saying that's what's tough about these Molex style, you know, through the balance port charging things only. It makes it difficult. Let's check out the remote. In the box, you get a different kind of looking remote here. So this kind of almost has like a Dumbo kind of look. It's got an LED light. It's got a power on-off slide switch. It's got the speed switch, demo switch, and then obviously the steering trim. And I'm assuming this is the antenna. Just because it's got the antenna here, it doesn't necessarily mean that's where the antenna is. Some of these ones actually have the antenna up here in the front. You can see on the bottom, we got, oh, look at that. So it has a screw that keeps the battery enclosure tight. Okay, that's all right. Right here, looks like we got the cautions of the battery. Cautions of battery. And then inside of here, which will cut these pieces of tape here. All right, so here you go. Here's the reveal. Oh, look at that. It's right way. That is pretty stinking slick looking. All right, gotta look at what you get here. Boat seems like it's okay in there. I do see some plastic junk in there. This actually looks a lot better than I kind of feel like I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting this to look like, but feels like it's got some weight to it. So you've got a little accessory bag here. Sounds like it's got some kind of tool in it. Something? Oh, okay. So inside this bag, this is where the stand is. Make this easy here. So it looks like it's going to be pretty easy. And that way we can display the boat. Check that out. It gets like, so they give you an extra prop, which is a good thing. Tiny little prop. Looks like they give you possibly a nylock prop screw, is my guess. They do give you the screwdriver to go ahead and open up, and the screwdriver works. It didn't strip out. 4 batteries. So let's get 4 batteries in this thing. So I am going to go ahead and install this screw, just so I don't lose it. I mean, this is the way it's supposed to be, so I'm just going to leave it that way. Going to power this on. See, it's got the flashing light because it's looking for the boat. So what we need to do is we need to find the battery. So we've got that stand. It's got a multi-function wrench, which looks like it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, technically 6 sizes on this wrench here. USB charger with that Molex. Oh, wait a minute. That is a funky looking charger. Maybe this isn't a Molex. All right, wait a minute. Here we go. On the picture, it looks like a Molex. This comes with 2 batteries. Not 1 battery. This comes with 2. Okay, that's a cool deal. All right, so here we go. So this comes... This is a weird looking battery. This is a 1200 mAh. This is going to make it kind of rough. This is definitely a proprietary connection here. It looks like each individual cell is separate, because you've got your 2 power leads on the outside and your 2 negative leads on the inside. There's a little silicone thing here. This is that silicone piece that I think is just to protect the nose of the boat. Maybe like if you're putting it in a pool, or if you're going to run it where it has concrete edges, and it will protect the boat from cracking on the nose. So it does have 2 batteries. That's an interesting kind of deal right there. I do like the fact that it comes with 2 packs. These are not the 18650s. These are 18500s. So this is definitely a different style battery than what I'm used to. So that's it. Here we go. So here's the boat. If you want to see a size comparison, here's my what's in the box knife. It's not quite the same size of the boat, but yeah. So here's obviously the size of my hand here. To give you another idea, here's a AA battery. Kind of give you the size comparison, I guess. Put the AA battery right up against the boat. So I believe this boat was like a 16-inch or something like that. Or doesn't look like no 16-inch. Looks like it's like 11 or 12 or something. But there we go. There's the boat on the stand. It's a different kind of deal here, man. This kind of looks neat. There is a little bit of plastic mold stuff that's stuck on the rudder. I will go ahead and peel it off. I think I almost feel like what they should have added was they possibly should have added a spare rudder just in case, because you know that this is gonna, drag on the bottom. So I kind of almost wish they included one of these, but that is a part that you can buy. It looks like it's got these little wings here on the sides. They are non-adjustable, and I'm assuming what that does is it just keeps the boat at a good level surface with the way these are. You can see they're kind of like sharp. They obviously are designed to keep the boat in a forward motion. It does have a locking switch up top here. Like I said, I have no idea what to expect. I have heard some people, oh, check it out. There's the inlet. So there's the water inlet port. So right there is the water inlet port. So as it's pulling and pushing, props obviously pushing, the water gets scooped up inside of there. Sure where the exit hole is. Interesting, there is a screw protruding through the very bottom of the hull, right there. It's like it's got 4 screws, 5 screws, 5 screws on the bottom. Oh, there we go. There's the water outlet. So there's the water outlet right there. It says water cooled drain. Please do not touch it high temperature. I don't see how that water is going to be high temperature, but I suppose that's possible. I do like the styling. I do like the color of this thing. I think it's pretty nice looking, honestly. It is very small, but that's what you're going to get. These boats are more designed to be run in, like, you know, small ponds, pools, stuff like that. There is a lock. So we're going to go ahead and unlock that. And looks, I just basically squeezed here. And it's got a hinge on the top. It does have a seal on the cover. And it does have a seal on there. Does have one of those packages of candy that you're not supposed to eat. So make sure you do not eat this. Parents, if you're giving this to your kid, make sure you take this and do exactly like that. Throw it away, do not eat. Make sure you don't let your kids have that. It's a silica gel. I want to say I am a little impressed here, man. Look at that little tiny motor. I am wondering about brushless here. This is, let's see, here's the connector. So they're expecting this motor to get hot, man. So it looks like the ESC and everything is in its own box up front. You can see it's got its little outlet tube right there. It's got its inlet tube that travels all. I'm really thinking this is neat. They've got their glues, so they have like a type of a glue that is sealing up those surfaces. That screw that's protruding from the bottom is a servo screw. So I don't think that screw is potentially supposed to protrude, but it does. That's all right, though. This is just an inexpensive little boat. Battery looks like it does clip in there. Yep, so the battery is a force down clip. Pull that out pretty easy. Wiring wise, it looks like it may be easy to install the pack this way. So let's see if this thing has any power to it. I had put this on the wrong way. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna plug this thing in. This little nose cone, I'll show you where this goes. This little nose cone, there's a little spot where the screw connects on, and you basically just kind of, I guess, squeeze it on and put that into the screw hole. I like that. It's just a little silicone protector for hard surfaces, and I am obviously not going to be running with this thing on because I don't want to have any kind of hindrance with this boat. Once it's on plane, this little thing is out of the water, but probably a good idea is if, you know, if this is the first time driving and you're driving with cement sidewalls or whatever, wherever you are, go ahead and put this little nose cone on. Kind of makes sense. So let's plug this little thing in. I'm going to turn on the remote. Oops, it's not that guy. Plug in this connector here. Can only be plugged one way. And is there an on-off switch? I don't see any on-off switch. Okay. Where is there an on-off switch in this thing? I don't think it gets turned on. Oh, wait a minute. So you can see the little light blinking. We're going to go ahead and put this cover on. And I bet it turns on. I bet that's the switch. Okay, maybe not. All right. How do you turn this dang thing on? See, I'm looking inside of here, and it looks like it's got wires that kind of go up there. But maybe those are just LED wires. Yeah, all right, so that's not how it does it. Yeah, I'm not seeing a... Unless... this is water sensing. If this is water sensing, this needs to be in the water in order to turn on. That is something I think is a possibility. Because again, like I'm saying, I'm not... It's got LED lights in the back. So it's got two LED lights in the back. It's got an LED light right there. LED light right there. All right, I got to figure this out. I got to figure out if this is water sense. This might be water sensing. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and charge up this battery pack. It's kind of a shame. It's got... Maybe I won't be upgrading anything. It's got these special batteries. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this in. Not sure how long it's going to take. It is definitely a different way to charge. So I'll be back once this thing is all charged up. Very, very intuitive of them. After the batteries are installed, put the boat into the water. The boat needs to be in the water for the power from the battery to occur. The boat's lights flickered and then turn on the remote controller. The control indicator will be flashing and a DI sound, I don't know, will occur. The boat's lights and controller indicator will turn solid once pairing has been successful. So it is that screw. It must be, there's a water connection point. That screw right there is actually supposed to protrude. Yeah, you know what? I think I can see it. See that wire right there? That wire looks like it potentially goes down to the servo. So that's what it is. That screw right there is supposed to, that screw is supposed to protrude. It must make, like I said, it must make a connection point between here and here, is my guess. So, yeah. That means I'm going to go ahead and put water in the bathtub. Alright, just wanted to see if this works. So I've got the remote. Go ahead and put the remote on. This is where it says don't get wet. Take the boat, and I think I've got enough water to where the very bottom of the prop might be in. So let's see what happens. Okay, nothing yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some water. And I've got GoPro sitting in here, so just try not to get my camera wet here. So let's give this a shot. See it? Here we go. Alright, that's exactly what it is. That is pretty slick. So it's got a blue light there. It's got red lights in the back. Check that out. Okay, that is pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and just keep the boat up against here. Alright, so you can see that the rudder changed to straight. Does not have very much throw, but you can change that. So you can see it functioning. I'm going to go ahead and give the prop a little spool up. Very small amount. A little binding. This is gonna be fun, man. I can already tell. You know what I'm gonna do? I don't usually do this very often, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put the GoPro in the water. Here we go. This is the GoPro. And this is the... Alright, so that was actually the boat. It's first time hitting water, so it does have a water sense, just like it said. And it looks like it's that prop shaft and that screw that was protruding through the... I don't know, with the way that plastics have been happening and screws and things being over-torqued, I was kind of thinking that that was the problem, that maybe the screw was just cranked out too much, but that's part of the water sensing. So it can basically what it does is it completes the circuit. I think I would rather have a switch, but in this particular situation, I kind of get it because, yeah, I don't know. We're going to take this thing to the pond and check it out. So, yeah, this was just the unboxing of the DRC 2008, this thing, the DRC racing boat. It's only brushed, but I think this is going to be fun, man. It's been a while since I've ran a boat. So anyways, I'm going to be out ripping it at a pond. What are you doing today?